What drives a seemingly innocent child to commit unspeakable acts? Tonight, we delve deep into the chilling case of the Woods family, whose tranquil life in a small Ohio town turned into a horrifying nightmare. This is where the Woods family lived. On the surface, they were like any other family in this peaceful community. Michael, a diligent financial analyst, Sarah, a part-time bakery worker known for her warmth, and their 3 children, Jacob, Tommy, and Lily. But behind the closed doors of this seemingly perfect household, unsettling changes began to manifest. The first sign something was amiss came with a simple yet heart-wrenching event: the disappearance of the family cat, Muffin. As the family grappled with the loss, Lily's behavior started to change, subtly at first, then unmistakably. Her once innocent pastimes slowly morphed into obsessions that were far beyond her years. Tonight, we ask the question, what darkness lurked within Lily Woods? Join us as we uncover the secrets hidden within these walls, exploring the depths of a mind that harbored chilling desires and the external forces that may have shaped a nightmare. Stay with us as we step into the shadows of the Woods family home, where innocence was overshadowed by a chilling reality. As the weeks passed, the sense of unease in the Woods household thickened, almost palpable in the air. The curious disappearance of Muffin marked just the beginning of a series of unsettling events that seemed to center around Lily, who was withdrawing further into a world of her own disturbing fascinations. Her parents first noticed more changes during meals. Lily began insisting on eating alone in her room, claiming she needed quiet. When her mother, Sarah, reluctantly agreed, hoping it was just a phase, she soon discovered that the meals returned almost untouched, arranged on the plate in peculiar patterns that hinted at something more sinister than mere disinterest in food. The transformation in Lily's interests became even more pronounced. Once a lover of fairy tales and fantasy, she now spent hours poring over anatomy books, her fascination turning towards the macabre. Her internet history, hidden from her parents' view, revealed an alarming interest in survival, cannibalism, morbid crime stories, and forums dedicated to the darkest of curiosities. It was a late autumn evening when Sarah found a disturbing book under Lily's bed, an advanced medical text on human anatomy, far beyond appropriate for a child her age. When confronted, Lily's explanation sent chills through her mother. "I'm just learning about how things work," she said, with a calm that was unsettling in its intensity. Her father, Michael, tried to dismiss his wife's growing concerns as overreactions, a desperate attempt to find normalcy in what they hoped was just a phase. But as Lily's behavior grew increasingly bizarre, even he could not ignore the dread that was slowly taking hold of their family. Join us as we continue to peel back the layers of this mysterious case, uncovering the chilling truths hidden within a family seemingly perfect to the outside world, but harboring a dark secret in the heart of their home. As winter approached, the tension within the Woods household escalated into palpable fear. The family's efforts to maintain normalcy were continuously undermined by Lily's growing estrangement from reality. Her activities became increasingly disturbing, culminating in an event that shook her family to their core. One chilly evening, Sarah ventured into Lily's room to find dozens of meticulously drawn diagrams scattered across the floor, illustrations of human organs and detailed sketches of dissections. The drawings were alarmingly precise, as though Lily had been practicing or planning something unthinkable. When confronted, Lily merely smiled, a chilling grin that hinted at secrets too dark to voice. Then there was the disappearance of household items. Sharp kitchen knives began to vanish without explanation. Michael's search for these missing items turned up empty, adding another layer of anxiety. The home, once a sanctuary, began to feel like a trap, with each family member glancing over their shoulder, wary of the unknown. Sarah's concerns turned to outright fear when one night she awoke to strange noises coming from the kitchen. Creeping downstairs, she found Lily standing in the dim light of the refrigerator, her small figure silhouetted against the glow, munching quietly on something unidentifiable. When Lily turned, her mouth smeared with something dark, she simply whispered, "Just a midnight snack, Mom," before quietly returning to her room. The final straw came when the family's pet hamster was found dead under mysterious circumstances. The children accused Lily of whispering to the hamster the night before its death. Though she denied it, claiming she had been saying goodbye knowing it was sick, the family could no longer ignore the accumulating signs of Lily's deepening darkness. With the mystery deepening and Lily's actions becoming increasingly sinister, the Woods family found themselves at a crossroads, forced to confront the possibility that the danger in their home might come from within. Stay tuned as we uncover the decisions that led to a night of unimaginable horror, revealing the depths of darkness a child's mind can harbour. As the Woods family grappled with the growing terror inside their own home, the community around them remained blissfully unaware of the darkness encroaching upon the family's life. The disconnect between the public facade and the private nightmare was stark. Lily's behaviour continued to deteriorate, marking a shift towards something even more foreboding and inexplicable. Sarah, driven by a mother's instinct that something was profoundly wrong, began to secretly observe Lily. What she found only deepened her fears. Lily, who used to be gentle with animals, now displayed a disturbing interest in dissecting dead creatures she found around the house and garden. Hobby was no mere child's curiosity. It was methodical and cold, executed with a precision that belied her age. Conversations at home became fraught with tension. Dinner times were particularly strained. Lily would often sit in silence, pushing her food around her plate while her eyes darted between family members with a calculating gaze. One evening, as Michael attempted to lighten the mood with a story, "From work," Lily interrupted with a chilling comment about the nature of death and rebirth, leaving her family speechless and scared. The turning point came when Michael found a hidden drawer in Lily's room while she was at school. Inside, he discovered a collection of sharp instruments and a notebook filled with plans and notes that detailed her thoughts and experiments. The contents were disturbing enough to prompt immediate action. Fearing for their safety, Michael and Sarah decided it was time to seek professional help for Lily. They arranged for her to see a child psychologist, hoping to unearth the root of her distressing behaviour. However, Lily's reaction to the news was unnervingly calm. She agreed without protest, her demeanour unreadable and her compliance too swift. The night before the appointment, the house felt heavier than ever with dread. Sarah barely slept, tormented by the fear of what might be revealed in therapy. Her fears were not unfounded. That night, as a storm raged outside, a scream shattered the uneasy silence of the Woods household. What followed was a night of horror that would forever change the fabric of the family. The storm outside mirrored the chaos unfolding within the Woods home. As the first peals of thunder shook the windows, Lily's behaviour reached its terrifying apex. Earlier that evening, Sarah had tucked the children into bed with a heavier heart than usual, her mind racing with apprehension about what the therapist might uncover the next day. Unbeknownst to her parents, Lily was not asleep. Instead, she moved silently through the dark house, her steps light and purposeful. She entered the kitchen, where she retrieved one of the knives her father had failed to find earlier. The gleam of the blade in the moonlight seemed to embolden her, sealing her resolve. The first scream came from Tommy's room. Sarah, jolted awake by the sound, raced across the hallway, her worst fears materializing before her eyes. Inside, she found a scene that would haunt her forever. Tommy, motionless, with Lily standing over him, the knife in her hand dripping with a reality too grim to grasp. Michael, hearing the commotion, rushed to Jacob's room, only to find a similar horror unfolding. Lily, her expression eerily calm, turned to face her father, her eyes devoid of any childlike innocence. In that moment, Michael understood that the daughter he thought he knew had been lost to them, perhaps long before that night. The police arrived to a house of horrors, greeted by Sarah's inconsolable sobbing and Michael's stunned silence. Lily was taken into custody, her compliance as chilling as the acts she had committed. The questions that followed seemed endless, with no answers, satisfying enough to explain the depth of darkness that had led a young girl to such brutal action. As the investigation unfolded, details of Lily's double life began to surface. Her fascination with death and dissection was not merely academic curiosity, but a deep-seated compulsion that had driven her to the edge of humanity. The notebooks found in her room detailed her chilling thoughts and plans with a detachment that shook even the most seasoned investigators. In the aftermath, the community struggled to come to terms with the tragedy. The Woods family, once a picture of suburban normality, had harbored a secret so dark it consumed them all. The story of Lily Woods would go on to be a cautionary tale of missed signs and unspoken fears, a stark reminder of the complexities hidden within the human mind. As we close this chilling chapter on the Woods family tragedy, we are left to ponder the deeper, unsettling questions that arise from such incomprehensible events. What signs might have been missed? How could a young child veer so drastically off the path of innocence? We invite you to share your thoughts and reactions to this story. What could have been done differently? Are there lessons that we, as a community, can learn from the tragic fate of the Woods family? Please take a moment to comment below with your insights and opinions. Your engagement is crucial as we continue to explore and understand such profound tragedies. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to our channel for more investigative stories like this one. Your support helps us bring these important stories to light, aiming to educate and inform on matters that are often too dark to face alone. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell to ensure you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. Thank you for watching and for your thoughtful engagement with these critical issues.